What is up, everybody? This is Husky Fitness Gaming. Thank you for stopping by today. Today, I am here to talk to you about Dragon Ball Super Episode 39. Now, I watched a video earlier, a couple days ago actually, excuse me, of the Kaioken fight with Hit, or the Kaioken portion of the fight with Hit, but I didn't watch the whole episode. I did, I just haven't had time to make a review. So here's my review for this. Toei, good fucking job. It only took you 39 episodes to get this shit right, but you did it. You know, the first two sagas, a lot of people give a lot of hate towards. I actually liked the Battle of the Gods saga, besides the one episode that had 5 minutes of bad artwork. But the Frieza saga, they just didn't give two fucks about that. And, well, we saw what happened. Now, with the Universe tournament starting, it's very slow at the start. Just like the Tenkaichi tournaments, each fight is only maybe, 10 minutes long, or an episode long, or whatever. And then the final fight is an epic conclusion, which resulted in the end of episode 38. All of 39, and it will conclude, hopefully, in the next episode. That is a pretty long fight for a type of tournament. Now, with this fight, right from the get-go, Goku goes Super Saiyan Blue, and they go into a Dragon Ball Z type of fight. I'm not talking about, early, like, the punches are flying left and right. The animation and the art are good for most of the episode. Now, there's a difference between the art and the animation. I hear a lot of people complaining about the animation of Dragon Ball Super, but they don't know what animation is. Art is what they're complaining about. If you see something that looks weird, that means the art is off. The animation is how smooth it flows into the next frame. But, with this episode, like I said, pretty much on point. There were a few parts where you were like, okay, you could see, but they're like in between shots, and no one really cares about that stuff. No one can be perfect 100% of the time. Now, of course, Goku has learned to stop his time leap technique from working against him. I'm talking about Hit, of course, which resulted in Hit powering up per se. He didn't really power up, but he improved. And with that, he went from 0.1 seconds to 0.2, and then magically he went to a half a second. And he beat the living shit out of Goku in that 0.5 seconds. Holy shit. This guy Hit is really a unique type of fighter. He hasn't really done any ki blast. You haven't seen any of that really going on. It was all technique, and I actually like that because Dragon Ball, Z, it did have a lot of ki fighting and stuff like that, and then GT took it way too far, and pretty much like there was no punching. It was just all ki blast. So I'm happy to see that they're actually going with technique for this and not just throwing energy attacks all over the place. Going back to the fight, though, you find out why. Goku first goes and he mentions the Kaioken. You see him powering up, and it's awesome just seeing him power up because you don't know what's going to happen. You see the red aura, so people think he's going to transform, and then he stops, and everything's calm. He puts a little smirk on his face, and you're like, what is he going to do? And then he says the Kaioken, and every little fanboy starts to freak out, including myself. And it's just an amazing thing. And then he continues to power up, and he's just destroying the arena with his energy. There's lightning going all over the place. The colors are constantly changing. Hit is surprised. Beerus is trying to shake off that Goku is he was saving this technique for him when he was literally sitting there sweating. It's not good. Which brings back the whole thing where Akira Toriyama said that Goku wasn't going to surpass Beerus, but I think he might have just meant in regular Super Saiyan Blue, because the Kaioken is just a temporary boost, it's not permanent. Goku continues to power up. The power-up scene, like I said in my last video, is exactly like a Dragon Ball Z. They're screaming, they're just sitting there, the ground is breaking apart and coming up in the air. The animation and the art are both fluid. And then he says it, times 10. And, wow. The second he says that and he goes into the fight, he's got the a theme song playing, and you've just got this awesome sequence of events that are happening in such a quick time. The biggest thing that I was surprised about was the time leap, because a lot of people are saying that he stops time, but he doesn't. He is leaping forward into the future at 0.1, eventually 2, and 0.5 seconds. So people they're getting this misconstrued with what it is, and they're saying that it's him stopping time, but he's not. And that's why you see when Goku does his Kaioken times 10, in that time leap phase, his arm is still moving, because Goku is now moving faster than Hit is through time. A lot of people just aren't able to comprehend that, and well, we saw what happens. The fight ended to this episode with a nice fake out, and people don't know what a fake out is. That's where when Goku shot the Kamehameha wave and Hit put his hand out, he blinked. He used the time leap, and it looked like he went into the Kamehameha wave, and so did Goku. That's not what happened. It's called a fake out. We do it a lot. It makes it seem more epic. Something's going on while that beam is hitting the barrier. You just don't know it. So that is pretty much the synopsis of what what happens in the episode. My review. It was a great episode, very Dragon Ball Z-like, one of the best Dragon Ball Z fights I've seen so far, just because, like I said, there's a lot of technique there, and it's not like just throwing ki blasts all over the place. That last scene, one of the best moments in Dragon Ball, in my opinion. And I'm not talking about Super, it is the best moment in Dragon Ball Super. I'm talking about in Dragon Ball. There may be 1 or 2, maybe 3 moments better. That's just because of fanboying coming back, like Vegeta's Final Flash, Goku Super Saiyan 3, and stuff like that, Gohan Super Saiyan 2, like all those things. But this was just an awesome scene. Another thing I liked about this episode is that they came back and they showed you the old school fight between Vegeta and Goku. And it was such an epic little scene they threw in there, because you could just see like how far the animation and the art has come, and how far they have just come in general. When it comes to power and just evolving into this different person that they are. My episode, like I said, or my episode review this is a 8 or a 9 out of 10. Only because there was a lot of talking. I understand why they were talking. They were explaining why Goku was able to use the Kaioken and Super Saiyan Blue, but there was still a lot of talking. Hopefully the next episode, it looks like I said, there's going to be a conclusion, and hopefully it's more fighting instead of talking. Just keep it up, Toei. Hopefully the next episode is just as good, and let's keep this train rolling, because, like I said, the universe arc, the episodes are getting progressively better over a period of time, and just keep it that way. Make the fans happy. That's all I have for this, though. If you have anything you would like to add that I might have missed, or if you want to, debate me on certain things, especially the time leap thing, leave a comment below, like, subscribe, whatever you got to do, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Husky Fitness Gaming is out.